Hey kids, it's the Drive to School podcast. I'm Pastor Goodman, and we are talking about the things that you will see in church this Sunday. So you should go to church this Sunday to see the things that I'm going to talk to you about. We are going to have a hymn in my church, Praise the One Who Breaks the Darkness. And your hymnal is hymn number 849, and I kind of love it. It's a place where we actually get to confront Jesus, who did miracles back in the day, with where to find him today. And that matters because it's really wonderful to hear all the readings about Jesus, like healing lepers and stuff. But if you, I guess, have leprosy and didn't get healed, or maybe just like, I don't know, cancer, and you can't go and like walk up to Jesus and ask him for healing, the question matters. Where do you find God? Praise the one who breaks the darkness with a liberating light. Praise the one who frees the prisoners, turning blindness into sight. Praise the one who preached the gospel, healing every dread disease, calming storms and feeding thousands with the very bread of peace. This is a Jesus who literally came to earth to deal in mercy with the people who are hurting down here, and that was great for back then. But we actually get a bread of peace that might maybe start to, I don't know, sound familiar. Praise the one who blessed the children with a strong yet gentle word. Praise the one who drove out demons with a piercing two-edged sword. Praise the one who brings cool water to the desert's burning sand. From this well comes living water, quenching thirst in every land. Again, we have a Jesus who did things back then, but we have living water today. You see, we don't have a God who stays in the past, but we have a God who is for you under the bread and wine in communion that is his body and blood. We have a God that is for you in the water that is your baptism. We don't have a God who let light come into darkness for a little while and then let the darkness overcome it. In fact, the whole book of John is introduced pointing out that the light has dwelt among the darkness and the darkness cannot overcome it. That even though Christ was crucified, that he was literally snuffed out from among the living in this world, the darkness could not prevail. But Christ rose from the dead, bringing light back to darkness on Easter morning. The great celebration of the church then doesn't have to end at the ascension, but it actually carries forward, because now, if you are sick, the limit of your faith is not a lifetime of healing only to deal with all the other problems of this world, but it is an eternal resurrection with God, free from the pains of this world. Now, we don't even have to travel to Jerusalem so that we can go up to Jesus and ask him for help, but we can find him in the living water, in the font that is your baptism. You can find him in the body and blood in communion. You see, Jesus comes to church because it's dark today too. It's dark today too, and we actually need to know where to find God, so he promises to be in the places where we can actually know to look for him. And, well, they work. Let us praise the Word incarnate, Christ who suffered in our place. Jesus died and rose victorious, that we may know God by grace. Let us sing for joy and gladness, seeing what our God has done. Let us praise the true Redeemer, praise the one who makes us one. We are united in life that death cannot destroy. We are united in the resurrection that Jesus himself has already risen into. And that means if you happen to be the one guy or the one gal looking around for your miracle, for your healing, and you feel left out, you are not alone. You are united with all of those who have already conquered death in Christ, who has suffered in our place. We know God by grace, not by having to earn our salvation, not by having to buy or win some sort of prize from him, not by having to pray our way into either the kingdom to come or a little bit of peace today. But you have the Jesus now, in the bread, in the water, who actually gives you hope. Praise the one who breaks the darkness today, because there is light today, even if it seems dark. You get to go to be where near Jesus is. You get to go to church, and there he is for you.